You cannot just sit down and create one resume and send it to 100 people. It's just not going to work. You need to actually create specific resume for the specific company and make sure that you're actually selling yourself if you want a good job. Hi there, welcome back to the channel. On this channel, I talk about life in Canada, Canadian immigration, and personal development. Now today I will be talking about how to write a resume for Canada. The main thing that you need to understand is that a resume in Canada is very different than a resume that you would write in your home country, whether you are from Nigeria, whether you're from Jamaica. Anywhere you are from, your resume will not be the same as it is in Canada. So that is something very important to note. And today what I'm going to be doing is to tell you exactly how to write that resume, what makes the difference between a resume in Canada versus a resume in your home country. Now, if these are the type of videos that you would like to watch, definitely subscribe to the channel and let's get right into these differences. Now, the first thing between a resume in Canada and a resume in your home country is that Canadian resumes are very achievement based, and resumes in your home country are more than likely a list of the duties that you did in your job. So the big difference here is that when doing a Canadian resume, it is very important to focus more on what you have learned inside of the job versus just listing the duties that you did in the job. So it is very important to just sit down and convert every duty into an achievement. So what this means, for example, is let's say you were into an organization and you were doing customer service in that company. You can't just write that you provided customer service for clients and helped them. You have to go in details and say that you have worked with approximately 25 persons per day where you have helped them with XYZ. So that makes it more achievement based versus focusing on the duty. Another way that Canada enjoys seeing you write your duties versus just listing them is to actually say something like supervised 20 people, and as a result of this you have increased the productivity of these persons to 25%. So they like when you show also your results from what you've achieved. So yes, you've supervised 25 people, but what change have you provided as a result of this service to the company? Because what Canada wants to see is that you are valuable to their company, and just sitting down and listing the duties that you did will not show them your value. You're just listing the duties that you've done before. So you really have to go in details as to what makes you unique, how have you helped the company in terms of productivity, in terms of increasing sales, or any achievement that you have gotten as a result of working in that company and as a result of the duties that you have provided. The next big thing that you need to know about resumes in Canada is that it cannot be generic. You cannot just sit down and create one resume and send it to 100 people. It's just not going to work. A thing that many newcomers do when they travel to Canada is that they just create one resume and send it out to a bunch of different companies, and then they wonder, why am I not getting any calls? Like, I've applied to 100 different places, nobody's calling me back. The reason why no one is calling you back is because your resume was not specific at all. Like, your resume was just generic, and a generic resume usually doesn't emphasize why they should hire you. And the thing about Canada is that it is very, very competitive in the job market for many jobs. Like, there are many people applying for the same exact job. So because of that, you need something that makes you unique. So if you are just writing a generic resume and then sending that out, it doesn't make anything. There isn't any reason why the company should actually call you. So that is why you need to actually create specific resume for the specific company and make sure that you're actually selling yourself if you want a good job. And even if you're applying for even the most basic jobs, you still have to actually create a resume that is not generic. Like, it has to be specific to that company, and you have to link your work experience to that company. And something you need to also note is that a lot of times reasons why they don't call you back is because your resume does not link to the job that you're applying for. You will need to link your work experience to the exact job that you're applying for. This is very, very, very important. You have to link your job duties to the job you're applying for. And a great way to do this is actually based on the cover letter. It would be very good if in your cover letter you directly make sure that you're using even the exact words or a synonym for these words. This is because a lot of companies don't actually sit down and vet the resumes. It is actually very much automated, which is why they make you send it electronically. It is an automated system that they use to vet your application. So that is why it's important to use back those exact words that they said in the application, but you have to be discreet with it. Like, you can't just sit down and just write everything that they ask you for and be like, yes, I'm good at this, and then yeah, that's just not going to work. Like, you have to actually make sure that you are good at the things that they need you to do inside of the job. That is very important. And then in that case, you will be able to link your previous experience with what they are requiring in that job. So very, 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 very important to know that. Now, I have helped many international students to travel to Canada. So if that is something that you're interested in, if you're looking for that support, or if you've just been sitting down and you've been searching online, looking up how to come to Canada, and you've been researching how to write a letter of explanation, you're trying to understand how to do proof of funds, and not just write the proof of funds, but understand how exactly to get that study permit, not get refused, and you're just researching over and over, trying to understand this, and you're looking for that support, and it's like, I wish that support is there. I help persons who would like to travel to Canada and need support with applying for your student visa. So if you need that support, you can definitely reach out to me at queries@growwithtp.com. That is my email address. You can reach me there, and if you have any questions, you can also reach out to me at any time. Thank you so much for watching this video. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.